My name is Jeff Wadley, member of the Backcountry Unit Search and Rescue Team, assisting in Great Smoky Mountains National Park. And I want to show you what I carry in my search and rescue pack. All of our team members have the same pack. It's a deuter, a trash bag that goes in the main compartment to help protect our equipment from the rain. Also, we have a half of a Z-Rest that we put in our pack, and that is in case we need to spend the night out. We'll have a place to keep us off the cold, wet ground. It makes it a little bit more comfortable. It's also for our patient, in case we have a patient that we need to put them off of where they are and onto something that is more soft and comfortable and gets them off the wet and cold and hard ground. So that goes in my pack first. Speaking of my patient, I always carry a Ziploc bag that has a toboggan, gloves, socks, a polypropylene long john bottom, and a top. And that is for my patient, and that always goes with me in my pack. We also carry these Blizzard survival blankets. Now this is not just a blanket, but it acts like a sleeping bag. It has an opening right up through the top, and once you put your patient in, you can bring the sides together, and it has a piece of tape that goes right up through the middle. It makes a great portable sleeping bag. Also, if I get out there and I need it, I'll have that as well. It doesn't matter if it's June or January, I always carry extra socks and a toboggan. It can get cold in July just like it can in January, so it's always with me. Always carry a fire starting kit, and the way that I have mine set up is I have some fat wood in it. Also have a striker. I have a Bic. Also have some egg carton crate lighters, which have a little bit of wood shavings and cotton ball and Vaseline. So I can just strike it and get it started, and that's my fire starting kit. That goes with me every time I go out on a search, because you never can tell when you need to start a fire. With my food, I try to carry 2 days of food with me, and sometimes that food is either in my pack or it's in one of my pockets of my jacket or in my pants. But I always try to carry at least 2 days of food. Not more than that, but maybe 2 is about a good time to have that quality of food. Also, with first aid kit, just something very small, something simple. This is ibuprofen. There's some bandages in here, tourniquet, things like that. I keep that handy. Don't really use a first aid kit that much, do you? But if you do, then you got one handy. I also carry a bothy bag, and this is made from Summit gear from the UK, and it's just a portable shelter. Uses no poles, no stakes, no ropes or anything like that. It's just a tarp sort of item that you can put over you and your patient or your teammate. Keep you out of the weather. If it's pouring down rain, if it's cold, you just need to get out of the rain for a few minutes or get warm. This thing will really do the trick. I also like to carry a Sawyer squeeze and the Smart Water bottles. This screws right on the top of Smart Water, and it's really good idea to keep that to keep that with me. I really enjoy my Sawyer squeeze. Also, I carry extra batteries for my GPS. I keep a charging unit for my phone, and also carry extra batteries for my headlamp, and I keep that in a pouch right over here at the top of my pack. I also carry a ACR Rescue Link personal locator beacon, and I bought this for me. It's not a subscription price. You buy it one time and it's yours. You have to replace the batteries every few years, but it's just a great thing you can carry with you in case you get lost or hurt, or you're with your patient or your team. You don't have good communication. You can just set this off, and they'll know exactly where you are. So I won't go into the details of how that works, but you got to have one. On all the searches that I've been on, if the people would have carried that with them, it would have made the search a lot quicker, and they may have even survived. So get yourself a rescue link. Also, I carry zip ties and extra paracord with me in case I need to do some field repairs on something. I always carry toilet paper and hand sanitizer with me. When you got to go, you got to go, even though there's a search. I carry a bandana. You can use a bandana for lots of different things, and I keep that in my pocket most of the time. Sometimes I'll put it on my head for a sweatband, and also carry on my belt as well. I'll carry a multi-tool. So that kind of goes on my belt rather than in the pack. If I'm on a tracking mission or I know I'm going to do sign cutting, looking for tracks of a missing person, I have a tracking kit in here, and it's a collapsible tracking pole, evidence protection bags, collection bags, evidence, what do you call it, protection bags I put over a track or that sort of thing. So tracking, I just enjoy doing that, so I'm going to keep that inside my pack. Also, on the outside of my pack, we like these small saws. This is a Corona. Yep, it's Corona. And we also carry Silkies, so I carry that with me. It helps with patient extrication most of the time. That's what we carry there. Also for tracking, I carry these skewers that helps me mark my tracks when I find them. And this either goes on my belt or I'll connect it and put it on the outside of my pack. I carry 2 smart water bottles that are on the shoulder straps of my pack, and also carry, sometimes it's an Nalgene, or sometimes when I'm on my way to the search, I'll pick up a Powerade and stick that on the side of my pack right over here. So I'm usually go on a search with at least 1 liter on the side and half liters on the shoulder straps. That's just kind of how I get started. And then, of course, I use my Sawyer squeeze if I need to get more fluid. Raincoat. This is an Arc'teryx jacket, which is awesome. It's lighter weight than I thought it was going to be, but we really like these jackets. So I'll put that inside my pack right on the top. So I'll cinch all this down, and then I'll put some stuff on the outside of my pack where I can get to that a little bit quicker. So what are those items? My rain pants, these are heavy, but they're really good, and they're warm in the wintertime. In the summertime, I've got to really make my mind up if I'm going to wear them or not. But these go on the outside of my pack, inside this little feature here. And then sometimes I'll put my gaiters on. If I know I'm going to use gaiters, I'll put them on right as I get out of the truck. Sometimes if I'm at the ranger station, I'll go ahead and put them on there. And I just have those ready to go right here on the outside of my pack. Another thing that I have on my pack is micro spikes. The first time that I used micro spikes was in the winter with the snow and ice and all of that. And I can see that. But what are we going to do with these in July? Our team has found that if we have steep terrain and it's wet and we have trees that are down, especially those trees that don't have any bark on them, and those trees seem to always be wet. You got to cross them or go up them. These things really do a good job, and they're like superpower. So we like our micro spikes, and in fact, people who make fun of us, and they do, in July, August, we'll be wearing micro spikes on a search, and they'll say, you know, how's the weather? Where's the ice this time of year? We make, you know, they make fun of us. We'll take them on a search with us, and then we'll go on another search a few months later, and guess what? That team is wearing micro spikes. Okay, so let's look at a chest harness. I really like my chest harness because I can carry a lot of things just right here to get to them really easily. So on this, I have my GPS, and my GPS is tied onto my harness, but also is able to slide on with the clip on the back. Lots of flagging, whistle. We really like these windstorm whistles. They're really loud. I carry my radio, an extra battery on my chest harness, Sharpies, ink pens, and then this pocket here, we're able to carry a compass. I'll use a compass a lot on a search. And then all of our map readers, UTM grids and all that, I'll put that in my pocket. A signal mirror, we keep that in there, and also a notebook. In this notebook, I can write down my things for my briefing. I can get all my paper that they give us with our assignments and all that, put those in my notebook with the map. All that's right there. Right, nice and handy. So all of this will go on to my on my chest. So I'll carry that in that fashion. If I'm going to go out overnight, and I know that our search manager said we need you to go do a spike camp, you're going to spend the night, search again tomorrow at another place, then I'll take my hammock. It's a sub 6 by Eno. It's kind of small, but it'll work. And then I carry a tarp. This is an Etowall tarp. It goes down really, really small. It's really lightweight. And I like this hammock, or not hammock, quilt. And this is really lightweight. It compresses down really, really small. and it's nice and toasty and warm. So all that will go with me if I need to go overnight. Another thing that I like about this pack is it has a rain cover, and the rain cover is not just to protect my pack from rain. So you put this over your pack, and all of you who are worried about, well, Jeff, your gaiters are going to fall off your pack. Well, no, they're not, because now they're protected a little bit more, and I can slide through the rhododendron a lot easier with this pack cover on. And also, it's blue. If you look behind me, everything is brown and kind of green and kind of a yellow even this time of year. Well, this really sticks out on searches, and I like to keep that on my pack at all times. Last couple of things I want to show you are really important. One is the helmet. And on my helmet, I use a zebra light for my broad light, and I have just a smaller light for a beam that are always on my helmet. I will never go on a search without this again. This helps you to prevent any accidents from tree limbs coming down on you or going through rhododendron. It's just really nice to have that helmet on with your lights. And also leather gloves. Cannot go on a search without my leather gloves. That's just a part of the DNA of a searcher. All right, so those are all the items that I would carry on a search if I'm going out just for a few hours or over a couple of days. Hope this has been helpful for you. If you're on a search and rescue team, I hope this will help you think through what you have, exactly where it is on your pack at all times. From all of us at Backcountry Unit Search and Rescue, we wish you a great day.